This is a message we all need to hear, so listen to this. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Inspiring Hope. This is your weekly boost of uplifting Jewish inspiration. I'm Rabbi Tzvi Sytner, and on behalf of the Village Shul and H.com, I want to thank everyone for listening. I also want to thank this week's sponsors. Today's talk is sponsored by Brad and Hillary Hennick on the occasion of their daughter's baby naming, Mazel Tov Batya, as well as by Ernie and Barb Gutstein in honor of the yahrzeit of Barbara's brother, Fred Granick, Yitzchak Ephraim Ben Gershon Olav Shalom, may his neshama have an aliyah, as well as by Malcolm and Jody Silver in honor of Malcolm's birthday. Happy birthday, Malcolm. So, in the Far East, there's this tree called the Chinese bamboo tree. Now, when this tree's first planted, nothing happens for the first year. There's absolutely no sign of growth, not even a little hint. And the same for year 2 and 3 and 4. Nothing. And then in the 5th year, something incredible happens. The tree literally just shoots up. In just 6 weeks, a Chinese bamboo tree can grow up to 90 feet. I mean, you can practically watch this thing grow. That's how fast. So what took 5 years? Why no movement? So the answer is that for 4 years, this tree was spreading incredibly deep roots all the way down so that it could sustain its growth in the future. You know, this week is Tu B'Shvat. It's the holiday that celebrates the new year for trees. Now, I don't know about you, but if I had to pick a time of year to celebrate our trees, when would I pick it? The spring, right? So why is Tu B'Shvat like smack in middle of the cold winter? So the sages teach us that even though everything seems dead, even though the trees are bare and the frost is all over the place, the nutrients are making their way up the roots, preparing it for the spring. It's just like that bamboo tree, you know, beneath the surface, deep down. That's where the real growth is happening. Perhaps we celebrate Tu B'Shvat now to teach us that even though things seem so lifeless, so depressed, and so hopeless, we can't give up hope or faith because it's growth during the darkest, coldest moments that allow us to flourish in the future. You know, maybe that's why Tu B'Shvat is always near Shabbos Shira, or the Shabbat of Song. It's the Shabbos that we remember the splitting of the sea and how the Jewish people literally broke out in song with musical instruments as they crossed the sea. Sounds good, right? Musical instruments in the middle of the desert. Where in the world would they get musical instruments from in the middle of the desert? So the Medrash tells us that during their intense slavery, in the middle of their suffering, the women believed in their hearts that the day would come where they would once again be free and they would even be celebrating. They didn't give up hope that Hashem would save them. Instead, they kept instruments for that big day. And when that day came, boy, did they break out in song with their instruments. Could you imagine? Could you imagine while still in Egypt, while in the middle of a painful, horrific suffering, while still living with all the unknowns, they planned for celebration? This is the lesson of Tu B'Shvat. And it's a powerful lesson for life. You know, sometimes we painfully work hard and we wait for years without any signs of progress, waiting to meet our spouse, waiting for our businesses to take off, waiting for our health to turn around to get better. But our waiting may not be for nothing, because that day can come when suddenly everything changes. How do I know? Because if Hashem can create the world, then He can create change in your world. We just have to keep our hope alive. Yes, it is possible to be living in challenge, but to still have a hopeful vision. It's okay to imagine all the things that you're going to do when you're healthy, even while you're ill. It's okay to dream up that day when you'll have joy in your life, even if you feel sad right now. It's okay to envision your beautiful marriage, even while you're currently single. Because everything can change and Hashem can do anything. My friends, this week, celebrate Tu B'Shvat. Celebrate Shabbos Shira. How? By seeing beneath the surface. By envisioning Hashem making everything you hope for in life into a reality. Because He can. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to sponsor the next episode or send me a message, just email me at hope@h.com. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.